you had said, when you first got here that you were eager to get your hands on the guys a little bit and sort of get a feel for things. Now that you've been able to do that for 4 practices, what are your initial impressions of what you've got here?
I think they play hard. Every day it seems like they're coming out here and they're getting better. They're getting an understanding of what we install, and so just each day, I'm kind of seeing these guys each day getting better and better.
Yeah. Rich made reference the other day to quote unquote new normal. Not referencing schematics necessarily, but what do you think he means by that? Is that an attitude thing? Is that a expectations?
I think it's all of it. I think it's everything, because I think anytime you bring in a new staff, I think they have their own ideas, they have their own, how they do stuff, they have their own terminology and the way they coach and stuff like that. So I think it's all new for these guys.
When a new staff comes in, from the player's perspective, do you get a sense that any guys feel like they have to prove themselves all over again, kind of thing, and show you guys what they're made of? Or?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think for the guys that have played, they're usually the guys that's always played at a certain, a certain high anyway, so they're going to continue playing. I think for guys that maybe didn't play as much, or are red-shirted, or didn't play for any reason at all, or some reason at all, I should say, they feel like it's new life for them. So now they have a chance to kind of prove themselves to a new coach and start from scratch. And I kind of left it open. I didn't want to, as a new coach, you always get the feedback for guys and who's what, and I always kind of leave a blank slate for everybody and just give them an opportunity to just go out there and play and prove to us and me that they can do it in the classroom and on the football field.
Have you watched film of last year from the guys, and does that help you at all in evaluating them? Yeah.
Yes, I watched every game. I watched the bowl game as well. I probably watched every game twice. I actually watched like 5 games before I took the job. So,
I was going to ask, how important was that before accepting the job to actually know what you were getting yourself into? With
it's important. It's important to look at what you have, and sometimes it's hard because there's seniors and you don't know who's exactly coming back. You can look on the internet and see stuff, but you don't always know who's still here. But you get a good feel for kind of the scheme and how hard the guys played and how they played in certain games.
Go ahead.
How much of an adjustment has it been for you to coach linebackers instead of coaching somewhere in the second?
It's different. I'm a DB guy. My history is DBs. I've coached that my whole entire life, so my nature is DB. But to me, it's football. And as a coordinator, I understand run fits. I understand what we're trying to do, and it's actually fun for me. It's giving me a little bit of a light under. I fire a little bit to get in it's some new drills, some new techniques, and all that type of stuff. So I'm enjoying it. Plus, if there's a deep ball, it's my fault as a coordinator, but it's not my fault as a position coach. Right. I get to yell at somebody else when it's a deep ball, right? Instead of myself.
What have you seen out of Cody Ippolito so far? That's a guy we weren't even sure he'd be able to participate.
Right. That guy plays. He loves the game. He's smart. He gets on my nerves in a good way. And what I mean by that is he wants to be coached. He wants to ask questions. He wants to know exactly what's going on. He sees stuff that maybe other players don't see. He's a coach on a football field. I enjoy him. Other people may not like him. I enjoy. He talks, but he has that passion. He has that fire. He has that it. And that's what you want. He plays hard. Today he took it to another level. He played with a little chip on his shoulder, and it was good to see that today.
And he's still Rich Rod said that he still has the green jersey, so he's still limited in terms of contact and stuff.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Is that killing him to not be able to mix it up?
Yes, it is. Yes, that's where he's getting on my nerves, because there's times I tell him he's out and he's over here next to me. Coach, put me in. So, I'm trying to get him to understand. No, you're not in this period. So it's going good with that.
Cool. Thank you. you very much.
Thank you.
Good
Someone
talking
that
to you.
I want to know about is Carrington Vaughn.
Right.
And what has he kind of brought that's kind of made him in the rotation a little bit more?
He's taking the 1 mic reps. You know, he's learning. You know, he's getting it. I think every day he's improving. He's getting a complete understanding of the mic position, and he's playing well. You know, I think it's right now he's thinking a little bit, so he's not just reacting and playing. You know, he's not seeing it. You know, he's thinking about, okay, here's the defense, here's what I have to do. And whenever you're doing that, you're not playing as fast as you could. And once he gets kind of a good understanding of the defense, he'll be able to play a lot faster.
And on the line, Daryl Cloy's making that transition too. How have you seen him adjust to playing on defensive line?
He's been playing better every day. You know, each day I think he's done a good job. Coach Amy has been on him because, you know, he's a body we can use. He's a big body, you know, and I think every day you're starting to see improvement of him getting better each day. So hopefully he'll keep, you know, he'll keep going because that body can help us, you know, but he needs to do his job.
Rich said the defensive line is maybe a little thin right now. Do you feel that same way too? And how do you kind of go about addressing that?
Yeah, we're thin, you know. So, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. How you address it, I gotta be a good coordinator and find a way to get all those guys in there and get those guys in the best possible position to make plays. So.